So we created the Independent Skills Lab to promote independence with students across all areas, and we really wanted to make the goal for students to generalize different skills across different settings. So if they're able to fold clothes here at school, we want them to be able to generalize that skill into the home setting. We also created a shopping center here at Molloy, and we want to be able to practice following a shopping list and being able to look for those items on the shelf. We use this shopping center for students who can't access the community and that might be able to access the community in the future. It's just a great way to practice here at Molloy.
So when we go out in community, there are a lot of opportunities for communication to occur. We want to make sure that our students are engaging with members of the community. That includes store clerks, that can include a greeter. It can include a lot of members of the community, even crossing guards as we cross the street. We want to make sure we're engaging with them, greeting them, and we just want our students to see a variety of people who they can communicate with outside of the building. Additionally, once we're in the different places that we go to, whether it be Aldi, Walgreens, etc., we just want our students to have an opportunity to access some of the things they like. So that includes practicing requesting for different items when I take students to Walgreens, and those are opportunities that we just don't get inside the confines of a school building.
Today we're going to be going out into the community, and I call it community mobility, which means that the students that are in my class are practicing specific goals for them. They've been written out by either the OT, PT, speech therapist, and also myself. Today, while we're in the mall, we're going to be doing mobility training, as I said before. The skills that are going to be practiced are independent driving and electric wheelchair. Also, we're going to be working on independent walking, which will, one student is using a walker that has been made specifically for him, and he's working on increasing his endurance in the walker and also his distance in the walker, so that will be another thing. As a group, we're all going to be working on just walking in the mall and being able to handle distractions.
So I'm the physical therapist who works with Luis at the mall, and also Yvonne. And Luis has a primary means of mobility is his wheelchair, so he spends a lot of time during the day in his wheelchair. But when we go to the mall, he has this custom fit orthotic called a smart walker that he gets into, and it's a brace that goes around his legs, has a special pair of shoes attached to it, and a waistband that's been specifically fit to his body. And what it does is locks out certain of the joints so that he can only move in a certain way, certain planes of motion that are accessible to him. Now Yvonne is another person that has a goal of, improved posture, and so we've been working on stretching her back so she'll stand upright. She does have some visual issues, so she tends to kind of hunch over, which is typical for people who might not feel super confident on their feet, so they bend over, so if they fall, they don't have as far to go. So we're working on having her be able to walk around the mall with increased erect posture. She's very, very social, so she's made lots of friends at the mall. People stop and talk to her, and that's one of the beautiful things of being out in the community is making these new connections. People are super friendly and interested and curious and interactive. So Yvonne talks and talks and walks and walks.
The high school students that I work with run a snack shop and coffee shop twice a week. We have several different jobs. Some kids prepare the food, some kids serve the food, some kids plate the food. It is also incorporated into building up throughout the week where we check the kitchen, make sure it's staffed or with all the items we might need, plates, coffee, cups, sugars, and then we make a running list and we go out in the community twice a week, either at Target or Costco, to make purchases that we'll need to build supplies up, make sure that we're sufficiently stocked. We also are starting to incorporate different sensory items and stuff that can be purchased throughout the week that another classroom will make, and then we will deliver, such as Play-Doh for the early childhood classrooms, or scented candles, or different things like that that people can purchase.
So the younger kids that we take out to the community, we're working on skills such as appropriate behaviors while being out of the building. So if we go to a grocery store, we're practicing things such as pushing a cart as opposed to being pushed in a cart. We're also working on things such as understanding that if you want a preferred item, we need to purchase it. We can't just open it up there in the aisles. We work on volume levels, following a grocery list to purchase items. This is a concern for a lot of our students' parents, so it's something that we focus on a lot. And for the students that are not ready behaviorally to go out into the community, we first practice in the functional skills lab before taking them out into the community.
Molloy Education Center is an incredible place for students to work on the skills necessary to integrate into the community every day.